demonstration, I'm going to show you how to make a quick and simple card just like this using the brand new JND474 Holly Wreath die set along with the brand new JND490 Festive Swirl sentiments. I'm just going to run you through the sentiments first, as in here you've got, I love this one, I think it's beautiful. You get 9 sentiments in here designed for Christmas, so you've got your basics, but you've also got some slightly different ones. So you've got May Your Christmas Truly Sparkle, Thinking of You This Christmas, Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, From Our House to Your House. And I've also included From My Home to Yours, as there are a lot of people who want to send it from their own individual house rather than from a sort of family house. You've got Joy at Christmas, All I Want for Christmas is More Friends Like You. And then you've got You Make the Season Bright. So some really bright ones, but some useful ones as well in there. And these are made of clear photopolymer, made here in the UK. The die set that we have, the Holly Wreath, is designed to fit perfectly in the middle of both the Holly Wreath circle and the frame maker die in this size. So you've actually got in here 8 dies. So you get this beautiful frame that gives you this sort of stunning cut-in holly frame with the little dots for the berries in there. You get this sort of medallion in the centre, and again there's another video which shows you how to make a card using those in combination. And you get 8 little pieces of holly as well, just to sort of go around and really work and shape on there. So we're going to make the card, and it is a very, very simple card to make. So I'm going to bring in my press to impress. And I've cut a piece of card here to 4 inches, so 4.25 inches by 4.25 inches. It's just the right size to fit perfectly on a nice little 5x5 or 6x6 card. And what we want to do before we do anything else is to actually stamp the sentiment. So I've chosen for this one, All I Want for Christmas is More Friends Like You. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to pop that nicely down in the centre. And obviously I'm using my press to impress. And it's always better to stamp first and then die cut, as after you die cut, your card can warp slightly. So it's always better to do anything after stamping your sentiment. So I'm just going to stamp my sentiment, and I'm using Versifying Clare in Rainforest, as it's a really nice sort of Christmas green. And we're just going to take that one off. And then I'm simply going to frame this using the die set. So I'm going to bring in the die set, clean it out as usual, and you'll notice you've got 2 sections where you've got 3 sets of the 3 berries, top and bottom. That's your little marker to get top and bottom. It doesn't matter, as it's pretty much symmetrical anyway. And I'm simply going to tape that down and die cut that. So I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine as normal. And what I've got here is it already cut. And you see you get that beautiful aperture. It just cuts the leaves in, which, I mean, you could do 3 of them. There's so many options you can do with this one. I've taken a piece here of our Craft Artist Essential card in Christmas Green, and I've cut that slightly smaller at 4 1/8 by 4 1/8, so that none shows on the other sides. And all I'm doing is adding a little bit of spray glue for speed onto the back. And it's always easier to attach a back panel face down on the back. That way you can make sure that none of it shows on the other side apart from where we want it to, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is take some of our red Pearl Dimension, which is perfect for berries, and I'm simply going to follow and pop a little drop every time there are 3 little dots. So those 3 little dots indicate the perfect bit of holly sort of spray that you want to highlight. And remember, you have got at top and bottom, you've got a triple set of those. So it just gives that little bit of asymmetry. So nice and simple, dropping a little drop on to each of those. We really make that lift and pop. So you put that to one side to dry, and drying time is roughly about an hour until they're touch dry, and I tend to leave them overnight to get them completely dry. And all I've done here is take a little bit of foam tape. I've added that around all 4 sides, and I've got a card blank here. We'll just take our holly off. I've already prepared this. So I've got a card blank here, which is, I believe this is 6x6. So this is a 6x6 commercial card blank. And I've matted and layered it with 4.5 inches of coconut white and then put a mat on with an extra 1/8 of an inch in the green and then the red, and we just stick that down. And to decorate, I've actually cut the holly, and there's 6 pieces, so you get 3 different sizes going left and right, but it really doesn't matter on this. So I'm just going to take my holly, and I find the best way to attach this is to take a little bit of glue onto my mat, and you can use your fingers or you can use a pair of tweezers, whichever's easiest for you. To pick them up, I dip the bottom in, and then on each corner I'm just going to place a little spray of holly, and we'll take one of the tiny sprigs as well. We'll drop that in just to give us a little bit of dimension on here. And then the other corner, I'm just going to put 2 on. So I'm going to put a left and a right. And because I've already got the dots there, it makes perfect sense. But what you can do, oops, that one picked up. What you can do if you want to is just take the pearl dimension and extend out by adding a couple of little sort of holly berries onto the junctions there. And just leaving those floating, which just really attracts the eye. And there we've got a nice simple card made using one of the sentiments, and of course all of the sentiments in this set will all fit in the middle of here.